It's challenge day. I need to think of something that has never been done before and may never be topped. This one has to be more epic than the Wild Arctic one. What if I travel to another country? What if I traveled from Orlando to Cuba? Oh, what? I mean, the flights are pretty cheap, but it's an hour and 25 plus. I mean, I don't have an hour and a half to get to Cuba. What if I wanted to make multiple stops in Cuba? And that means, like, I think I got the idea. Use the game one more time. So here it is. It's 300. So I'm going to try to do something a little crazy. And I think I know what I'm going to do. And I'll explain what it is. But it involves me seeing how many times I can get to Cuba in a single hour. Now you say, Shawn, it can only take one time, but I know the trick. Excuse me, did you say something? Was there something you wanted to tell me? Huh? You care to repeat that? You got something to say now that I got my back turned? You're not gonna okay. So, in order for me to travel to Cuba, I need to go into the park, or Parque Amigos de Jose Marti. Why is this little park so significant? Well, when you cross this line, you're on Cuban territory, meaning that I am now a visitor of Cuba. This is my first trip in Cuba, number one. Let's go for an entire hour, starting now. And what a lot of people don't realize is, you know, you can come in and out of this little tiny park. And this little tiny park, this is probably just me right now, but I can just kind of step foot back on American soil, turn right back around. This is my second trip, and I can just kind of just keep doing that over and over and over again. It's probably gonna make me look like I'm a crazy man, but hey, it works. By the way, Jose Marti, born in Havana, Cuba on January 28, 1953. A lover of liberty and justice, his ideas and a personal example were a universal inspiration for the world as well as the Cuban people. He perished on the field of battle in the struggle for his country's freedom in May 19th, 1895. In fact, they have a giant plaque, Isle of Cuba, as well as a inscription of Jose Marti. As you can see here, this entire park is dedicated to Jose Marti. I figure what I'll do is that I'll chime in on every 10 laps I do, meaning that right now I'm sitting at 10. I can just walk through this pathway through the back end where the Isle of Cuba is, come back around through this other pathway in front of the statue and update you on how everything is going. Now there's construction going on right over here. I think construction's been going on for quite some time, and it's just me in this park, so it doesn't draw any, like, you know, strange looks or anything like that. So every 10 I'll be back. And these chickens, because they've been following me this entire time. All right, this makes 11. 14. Oh, I got a buddy with me. You want to come to Cuba with me, chicken? Okay, cool, welcome aboard. Lap 20, and not only did this chicken join me, but the little hen has joined me as well. You got something to say, buddy? Huh? Is there a problem? If you don't want none, come get some. How about you, little henny? Alright, this is which marks 30 right now. The chickens have gone. The chickens have left. They came in for a brief spell and kind of just left. If you know anything about Ybor City, you know that this town, or this city, this historic city, is littered with chickens. There's chickens everywhere, like all over the place. So no matter where you go, no matter where you step in, there is a chicken in pretty clear proximity. Now they just live here, so it's pretty crazy to see periodically, and actually kind of quite often. It kind of catches you off guard, because you'll see like a congregation of chickens. Would that be 31? Would that be a thing of chickens? A congregation? What is a grouping of chickens? What are they called? The cool thing about this park, I'm at 50 by the way at this moment in time, but the cool thing about this park itself is that it just has so much. It just feels like Cuba. Like, not only am I seeing Jose Marti here, but I also see Antonio Maceo Grajales here, and you see his statue just right here, so that way people can come, pay their respects, everything that is here in this little park. I know a lot of people have probably ever covered it. I know Tampa J was here not too long ago. I think I kind of took a look at it from afar. This gate was closed, probably one of the only times that I was here. But yeah, let's say right now, in about the half an hour that I've been here, 51, I have done 50 times in and out of Cuba in half an hour. Now, I had originally tried, and I thought like maybe I could do it like 100 times. But one of the big parts about all of this is that, you know, even though it's just kind of a stretch like back and forth, you know, I just kind of want to just gingerly walk. And a lot of it is just kind of just gingerly walking and just kind of just recollecting on like the previous videos in like the history of everything. So this may not be the most exciting video you have ever done or have ever seen, but understand that like the 52 the things about like what I'm trying to do right now is just kind of fun. It's silly, it breaks away from the norm. I also kind of want to show you guys, as I'm going back and forth here, is, you know, there's different sections of Florida that is very, very strange. Not saying that all of Florida is strange, but just different parts of it. like this part, knowing that this land that I'm actually stepping on is Cuban soil. It belongs to Cuba as kind of part of like the embassy and stuff like that. So technically I'm still just kind of like having a good time, just walking around, enjoying my day. So hopefully you guys are having fun with it. It is really random, but it's fun. By the way, if you guys ever decide to come back, it has a very bizarre like time frame. It's open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And for weekends, you got to call the Cuban Historical and Cultural Center, or you can't come. These gates are locked. You can't come through. So, like, maybe 5.5 hours is open. So, because I've been kind of gingerly walking a little bit slower, I should pick up the pace a little bit. But this is no race because I'm setting a record that may possibly never be broken. But I'm on 60, which is good. I have 60 with about another 30 minutes to go, and so far it's doing good. The wind in my little personal Cuba is finally taking a hold. It's going through my jersey, it's breezing through. I can feel it coursing through my soul, and this is perfect. Now 61, and here I go back again. Now I know you guys are probably like, hey Shawn, is there more to this park that you can show us? There's not. It's a very, very tiny park. Honestly, it's a very, 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 very tiny park, which if it was a much bigger park, then I would say what I will be able to do in order to complete this challenge would be a little bit difficult. However, being able to just kind of keep walking as I'm here on Cuban soil, and the very moment I pass through these gates in this archway here that you see, then technically I'm back on American soil. 2, and then here I go again. So it's just me just kind of gingerly strolling through, and the countdown is on. I'm almost there. Looking good. All right, so I have 10 minutes left. 90. So I figure if I can continue with my path that I've been on, I've been kind of on auto mode right now, at least I can do 100 in an hour. If I can do 100 in an hour, then I've done a pretty decent job. And that's 100 like walks, like back and forth. And my steps, whew, my steps. Let me know where they are. Where are my steps? My steps. I'm almost at 5,000 steps, which is pretty good. It's a good walking thing too. If you guys are ever out here in Ybor City and want to 91, just kind of want to just do something to this effect. It's a great kind of like walk back and forth, enjoy the fresh breeze. Again, nobody's here. It's just me and the construction guys over here and people going to work over here. But this has been quite the journey. All right, got about 2 minutes left. There's 100. Wow. 100 times going to the United States and Cuba. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Not you, Jose Marti. Not you. You'd have never thought that somebody would have came into this park to set a world record such as I did in a single hour. And as time is running, winding down. I'll go and tap it here. It's 101. And one more pass. One more pass. Ends the challenge at 102. concurrent visits from the United States to Cuba and back again in 1 hour. Pretty fun. Pretty fun little loopholes you'll find inside of the Florida area. And I assure you, there's a ton of them. And my chickens are gone. They never came back. Sorry, chickens. I thought you were gonna be with me to the long haul. And that's it. That's time. That's it for 300. This was fun. This was a lot of fun. Again, this is in Ybor City. You guys can come down here too. It's only open Monday through Friday from 8 to 1:30. So it's not always open to the public. Those gates are typically closed. If you come in the afternoons, you can't get in. So you gotta get here super early in order to come and experience this little park. But it was a lot of fun. Again, this is kind of a different challenge, but I'll tell you, walking back and forth like that, it'll tire you out. It's not like going to Disney and then walking like the circumference of the theme park, or walking the circumference of like Magic Kingdom, or kind of going back and forth to certain things in Magic Kingdom. It was literally like just walk to the end, turn around, walk back, walk to the end, turn around, walk back, walk to the end, turn around, walk back. Very tedious. But also, by the way, there's a Scientology. This is the whole Scientology church right here. Just in case you guys want to have a little bearing on exactly where I am, but that's it. Thanks for watching. This was 300. A lot of fun. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Baby. I'm out. Make the ground shake.